What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Now, Sunday I saw the new Showtime series called On Becoming a God in Central Florida. Some reason I literally keep calling this show On Becoming a God in South Central Florida. I think it's because I'm getting this name mixed up with Don't Be a Menace to South Central. I think that's probably why or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's On Becoming a God in Central Florida. Now, it's not about someone trying to become God, which I'm not going to lie. I literally thought this was like a Bruce Almighty type show when I heard the name at first. But it's something like that. You know, the show was actually, at one point, was going to AMC and YouTube, but then Showtime decided to pick it up, which, hey, I love Showtime stuff. You know, Shameless is actually my favorite show on TV. You know, they did Dexter. I mean... Like, who doesn't love a good Showtime series? But this was a really cool, pretty much a cool vehicle for Kirsten Dunst, who I did my 10 favorite Kirsten Dunst movies last week. I really quite like Kirsten Dunst. Anyway, in the film, Dunst, plays this, this employee of a water park named Crystal Stubbs, who's pretty much like this employee at a Rampa water park in Orlando. And she's also a devoted mother to an infant named Destiny. And she's also a wife to a guy named Travis, played by Alexander Skarsgård. And so, Travis has pretty much gone over found this American merchandise, which is a pyramid scheme driven by the methods and inspirations on tape of the mysterious Obi Garbo, who's played by Ted Levine. You guys know from Silence of the Lambs. Shout out to Ted Levine. I mean, but anyway, so Krista, of course, has to pick up the pieces with the impatient urging of Travis's sniveling fan boss named Cody, played by Theodore Pallerin. And so, with the help of her neighbor and co-worker named Ernie, played by Mel Rodriguez, Krista pretty much her inspirations go no higher than a water aerobic class, and she ends up teaching at a $2 head, but she ends up but she's pretty much about to see how far gumptions and willingness to cut pretty much to cut the corners that will take her, and how far she'll go willing to support her family and all. And I mean, she's a pretty interesting anti-hero. I mean, she has her role kind of reminds me a bit of the characters of Claws, or maybe it also reminds me of a bit of a show like Breaking Bad, or maybe Weeds, or whatever. And I thought Kristen Dunst was great in this. Alexander Skarsgård, I mean, I thought he was pretty cool. I mean, this is actually more of a dramedy, so not going to have much comedy in it. It was pretty cool to see Mel Rodriguez back on TV, by the way, because I mean, he was of course on Last Man on Earth, but that got canceled. Theodore Pallerin, I thought he was pretty cool. I mean, the characters are kind of not that likable, but you'll expect not likable characters in this. And so, the show ends up starting to revealing the layers of the FAM's scamming, and so I mean, the show is also directed by this director named Charlie McDowell, who is a cool director in his own part. I know he did a pretty decent job. Sorry about that, guys. I thought Charlie McDowell, McDowell, that's his name, did a pretty cool job at directing this episode. And there are only 10 episodes this season, so I'm really curious to see how, where else this game is going to go from here on out, and all. But I mean, throughout the whole show, Kristen Dunst pretty much carries a baby throughout the whole show, which shows how how, which of course shows how a cool mother she is. I mean, just bring her kid to work or whatever. But yeah, the show I thought was pretty decent, and I'll probably continue watching the show from here on out. I think it's a interesting show. It's pretty funny at times. It's heartwarming. So there are some dramatic moments. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen the first episode, I'll say give it a go. I think you'll enjoy it. Anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What did you do of the series premiere of Showtime's On Becoming God in Central Florida? Did you like this? Did you like the series premiere? Are you gonna continue watching the show here on out? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here, C Movies signing off.